well.
pressured to say positive things about
Here we
Sony and in fear of backlash.
No,
I mean, like,
watch my channel.
This is
Watch
not
my
the
channel.
first time I've heard. You know, Sony has done. You have put up a video. Somebody's put up a video, and if it's not a glowing review, you know, these certain individuals will call and have
King, are you implying that because any negative Sony comments are made, that something may happen, that there are repercussions for that?
I mean, they didn't get a review unit. I feel like that should speak for itself. So.
And I can say we're not going to get one in the future.
They didn't get a review unit, and the unit that they did get was like date, and we got to give the impressions right then and there. I just feel that if somebody's going to talk the truth about something, and they don't get a review unit because they are fearful that the truth will be told about said console. I don't know.
I personally feel like when it comes to the whole argument, people's like, oh, if they got review codes, review units, that like, look, like in that case, don't watch anything ever. Don't look at anything. Don't read any reviews. Don't read any product reviews, because all of these people got review units for the most part. Like,
that's what they do the channel for. But you know, in contrast, you had two Xbox Series X's. You had a beta unit, and then you had the retail unit that was, okay, listen, you can review this, and then we're going to ship out this one that is actually what everybody else is going to get. And say with it as your wilt. And I just feel like that's a better practice. I don't think
that was way better. Sony, I know even the people who got the review units for the PS5 got them like really late. Like I think like a week. I want to say, I don't know.
That was on purpose. I'm gonna be real with you.
So Jimmy,
the Xbox did it great.
So Jimmy, like if you got a movie to talk about and they gave it to you the day before the movie came out, it kind of would like make you go, right? Like, what?
That can work negative too, though, because like your first impression. There's a lot of movies where I see it, and my first impression, I come out there, I'm like, I don't know about that. But then it sits with you. Like Malignant would definitely be one of those movies where a week later, like like first gut check on that one, I'm like, that was nuts. Like what that was not what I was expecting. But then you start to like it more as you think about it, right? So with movies, it's a little different, but I think, I don't know, like having the Xbox that long was sweet because we could play Xbox games, we could play Xbox One games, we could play 360 games, we could test everything on it. And to be fair, Sony, there's not much you can really test on that console other than PS4 games and like PS5 games.
Like the biggest thing that just like is crazy is just like, look, like people can't speak their opinion about anything, because it's like the moment you speak your opinion, you're put in two camps. You can't like I'm saying that, and it's crazy how the industry works. And I personally feel like, I don't know about you, Jimmy, but I personally feel like there are scenarios where companies will put out maybe not necessarily consoles, but I think it happens a lot in games where they're like, let's give them the review code the day before it comes out, so they're gonna rush the review and not really let it sink in. Like
I don't know firsthand, but dude, I can totally see that happening. Like I don't know, with the PS5, I feel like that console is coming in hot anyway, right? Like
no pun intended.
Oh my god, Jimmy! I was trying to save you from this.
Can of worms
I'm trying to save you for this. So keep going back into it.
Let Jimmy do what
let Jimmy do what Jimmy got to do.
Well, no, I thought you guys wanted to talk about it, so I'll let you keep talking about it.
No, listen. He's talking his truth. You gotta let Jimmy talk, baby.
That's the stage, Jimmy.
Well, since we're arguing this, I did.
Jimmy was saying something. Hold on, sir.
Stupid. Everything that I don't like about the PS5, I was able to pick up on immediately. But that wasn't my video. It was Austin's video. It was his first impressions. The Xbox, still his first impressions, his video. So I can't talk to what he's saying. But if you ask me which console I would have gone with, like day one, because I mainly play on PC, I would have gone with the PS5. But if you ask me like which one was most buttoned up at launch, I don't think you could really make an argument against the Xbox Series X. Like that was I saw it so early too, running games great, that they just knew what they were doing with it, which you know, not to say that Sony does it, but I've had every Sony console I've had. I'll be honest with you guys. I have a PlayStation channel, so take it with a grain of salt, whatever. Every Sony console I've had ever has had some critical hardware failure within 4 years. My PS3 Blu-ray laser broke. My PS4 launch unit, the fan went out, which was super annoying, like trying to get that fixed. And especially since you guys know I have to work hard when I was younger to get all this stuff. Absolutely. Then my PS4 Pro, the Blu-ray laser broke within a year and a half, which is nuts. And then I'm finding out they're doing the same thing they're doing with this PS5. They have so many different PS4 Pros. It's insane how many revisions of the PS4 Pro they were. And I just got unlucky, I guess, where one breaks. My Vita battery went out. There's always something with these consoles, right? My Xbox, the 360, I got the red ring, but you got to look at the one I got. It was a used unit from GameStop. So like, what refurbishments are they doing on that? It was a launch one, and every Xbox 360 got the red ring. So it was just a critical hardware problem. Ever since then, never had a problem with the Xbox console. And I've had an Xbox One S.
What I'm going to tell you is, I'm going to tell you, you know, get that other side and come over to us. And over here we
come over to us. What is this, a recruitment? What the hell?
Because listen, like from your own admission, they've been treating you right. So you know the PlayStation's been breaking down, and you know, Jimmy, I want you to game in a better space. No, I'm just messing with you. Better space. I'm just messing with you.
To be real, most of the stuff I play is on PC anyway.
I only had one PlayStation mess up on me, and really to fix it. To be honest with you, I always thought their hardware was done really well. I can't lie on that. It was my PlayStation 3, and I saw this like yellow light, and I'm like, what the hell is this? Right? What's going on? But then they told me it was the laser, and you know they fixed it really quickly. I got it back really fast. But I've never, and I can't lie on them. You know, I always thought their hardware was pretty decent, but
it looks so good.
You say that, I was like, wow.
Dude, and it's different for me because you know I didn't have a lot of money, so I was like, no, like I'm not going to be able to just go fix it if I have to pay for it. It's always out of warranty when it happens, and it's like, man, well, guess I don't have a console right now.
No, and that sucks. And again, salute to you guys. You know, in reference to at least pointing out one thing I think is lost in all of this, and to Sav's credit, which I am glad he brought up, because I was definitely not going to bring this up. Sav forced this issue, and salute to him for making a great segment, because Sav does make great segments when he does. But I think what it is you guys don't get enough credit for pointing out the fact that there even was a revision, because let's be honest, without your guys reporting, regardless of whatever cooling situation, we wouldn't have known the image change. So I think that's lost to this. Salute to you guys for doing the research. I did want to ask real quick, I know we stay long on this, but when you guys with the Series X, were you part of that with Austin, part of that team when they got it early, like with Jason Ronald and everyone in the room, or how did that work? I was just curious about that.
So there's a video on Austin's channel called Building the Ultimate Xbox or something like that. It's like it's got a cool thumbnail, like all the Xboxes, it's yellow. I wrote that video, and I went up to Microsoft and I interviewed a ton of people there. Like so all the interview footage you see in that video is me. So I wrote like a book. Like I could take the script for that video and turn it into a book, and then that was used like as like an example of like why we do good work, right? So that's how we got to go with Digital Foundry and do the Series X thing. So I was there.
Nice.
That one I didn't do much on. I was just kind of there, you know, like.
So using the room though, that's dope, man. New console, next gen, like.
I played State of Decay 2, and I did the hot switching between the games. I was like,
quick resume when you do it. Okay, nice.
That was like, so that was just fun, you know. I was getting paid to just hang out there, and then by the time all the consoles came into work, I was mainly working on the second channel, and I was doing a lot of editing there, and those are longer videos, triple cams, so the editing would take up a lot of time. So I was like in the office, but that was just largely like Austin just kind of doing his own thing. Because when I was working with Austin, I was just like editor, you know, I was editing most of the videos. I was in the office, but when you're editing like 8K footage and all this stuff, it's a lot of work, you know. So it's not like it's a fun job, right? It's a cool job. It's not like a regular job, but it's work. So I wasn't around for all the like most of the fun stuff there, but I mean, I don't know. I don't care. Like I think that's like why people like Sacred Symbols, why people have like taken a little bit of a shine to my channel. It's because like I don't like if you criticize Sony, they just get better and they
Yeah.
respond. They respond pretty well to
Yes.
like criticism. They don't respond with words. They respond just like with silent changes. But you could track like a lot of their biggest controversies having direct results on their future consoles, which I like. I think that's cool. Like prove it. You know, like don't just give me words and say you're gonna fix it. Blah blah blah. Just do it and don't make a big deal out of it.
There's a demographic of people that feel like doing stuff like that is a sign of weakness, and they need to stick to their guns. And I'm like, no, man.
No.
You want to see me get defensive? We'll talk about Steam. Like, I'm like, I could never do a channel about like PC gaming or Steam because I'd get so defensive. I'd say stupid shit. Or, dang it, I'd say stupid crap. I'd be like, but. Yeah, the consoles are fun because it's like you can look at them from the outside and be like, oh, which is better? But I think Xbox has improved a lot.
No, salute to you, man. And I know.
Yeah, well, they have to improve if they're losing. So,
salute, man. Now, Jimmy,
I mean, that's how we got the PS4. That's how we got all the best exclusives on the PS3. That's how, that's the PS3 not doing well is why Sony is where they are now. I wish they would remember, dude. Beginning of PS4 generation Sony is like peak Sony in my lifetime. Focusing on indies, focusing on awesome like niche exclusives like Bloodborne. We'll never get a game like Bloodborne again. I know people are holding out hope. Everything they're telling you right now, they're saying no. Big budget, big seller games. That is not Bloodborne. Like Bloodborne has a small dedicated audience. Like big for a Souls game, small compared to Sony's other stuff. So like when Sony loses, we win. It's like Alien versus Predator.
Salute to you, man. Again, love the transparency, love what you're doing in the space. You know, again, the unique combination with the producing, the YouTube, the horror, the filmmaking, tremendous history.